Hey, friends, we are fearless. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Frances Young, and we are here speaking alone in my cute little garage apartment, trying to come up with this solo episode to round out season 6. Season 6 was meant to be about speaking with different health and wellness practitioners, personal trainers, astrologers. I've even tried to have sports medicine doctors come on this particular season to just speak about their experiences, speak about how these different beautiful modalities of helping someone with different aspects of their health changes and evolves the practitioner's life. And what that means is the collective of how we deal with our health and wellness, moving into a day and age where everyone is chat GPTing and clodding their next health routine, thinking that that's going to give them all the answers. Throughout this season, I've had so much change in my life. There has been so many things that happened in Taurus and Gemini season that has really made me wonder if I actually truly love making a podcast. I haven't had that yet in the past 2 years. My first theme that I'm going to give you right now in this moment is the permission that it's okay to fall out of love with something. It's okay when life gets lifing to look after yourself, look after your work, your humans, your family, your home, and put certain things on the back burner. Even as an entrepreneur that thinks they have to do a million things in one day in order to be successful and then still feels depleted at the end and doesn't understand why, AKA pointing to myself, isn't the way to go. That's not a sustainable way to live life. What I have noticed and what I'm going to reflect to you in this moment is that in some ways, the way in which we access information, the way things are bombarded to us these days in a social media world, I'm going to bring in a concept of human design here to describe what I truly feel is happening. I see it in myself every single day. We are being conditioned to believe so many things. We are being conditioned to believe the next health fad, the next way that we're going to manifest our husband into our life or our wife into our life, the next way to make $1 million. We are being bombarded by so much information and so many opinions that we don't know what opinion matters anymore. This has such a great effect on our health and our wellness as a soul human and as a collective. I'm honestly now in real time thinking to myself, as I say this to you, that Taurus and Gemini season of 2026 and the energies that it was affecting my personal body and life experience with, it won't be the same for everyone. I really had to get quiet and I really had to look at my own health and stick to day, what can I accomplish? What do I actually need to accomplish? What's going to make me feel good by what I ingest, by what I'm doing physically, who is actually physically around me? All I needed to do was focus on those things. Yet I was being pushed and pulled and feeling this, that, and the other. Two of the most challenging months of my life in the past year was May and June. That is why you have not heard from me. That is why we are here now saying it's okay to come back to something when you didn't quite have the plan laid out anyways. We're going to give a little recap on the past 2 months of my life. We changed some business structure that then cascaded into also my fitness changing. who I spend my time in communities around. We also changed some relationship stuff, personal. It felt like so many things were entering and leaving my life all at once that I ended up getting sick twice within 30 days. That is not what my immune system and body has done throughout my entire life. I'm a usually once a year sick kind of gal. Something knocks me out, I reset, we go again. Usually it's around spring. I've been sick 3 times since February, and we got real mad about it. What I think the past 2 months really taught me, and what I am seeing reflected in a lot of my clients, is that change is happening faster. There are things that are being what literally feels ripped out of our lives, what feels like one day to the next. And we are all trying to grapple our minds around it. Some of us are frustrated and angry. And underneath that anger and frustration is sadness. At the end of the day, we're all just trying to find, regardless of our energy type, some joy, some feeling of, that was fucking awesome. And I feel alive. I feel happy to feel the sun on my face, or to feel a summer wet rain downpour and dance in the rain with my friends. That's all we're looking for. But yet there is so much that's happening that's feeling like we can't keep up. I'm right there with you. To go into why this is happening right now, collectively, we'll get a little nerdy in astrology on y'all. The human design aspects of how this is affecting people right now. And just to remind you today that you are fearless. Astrology talk. It's not something that comes out all the time on my podcast. It does. It naturally, I'll talk about the season that we're in, but I won't go, this transit means this and this means this, and get, if I'm an astrologer talking as an astrology podcast, that's not quite what this podcast is fully about. But today we're going to go there. There is so much that has changed astrologically in 2026. And it feels like us as the 3D humans is just trying to keep up. Another aspect as to why there are so many things in your life that may be changing and shifting faster than you can keep up with. We've had some major planets shift. Almost all of our major planets shifted. When I say major planets, I mean not our day-to-day affecting us and our communication styles, the things that we can really tell in a person if you happen to be an astrologer or someone that has astrology knowledge, where you can pick out, that's a Cancer. They potentially have a Venus in Leo and a Mercury in this. There are certain planets that we call the personal planets in astrology. They are the Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury. I think I was forgetting one. Mercury, very important communication component. Then there are the next major planets. We have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. I'm not going to put Pluto in there right now, but I still consider it a planet. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. All of these planets changed signs this year. That's massive. One, these planets are massive, even though they are further away from us here on Earth. The fact that these planets all change signs, and of course, the closer personal planets that I've mentioned already, they change month, daily. But these larger planets all of them shifting signs has got us feeling like, whoa, okay, we got to get down to business now. We can't fuck around. It's the collective energy that has been going on. I won't even go into the signs that they've shifted, but this is what these major 4 planets shifting in 1 year. Just so y'all know, planets move slow, except for the planets that are closer to the sun. Their orbit is smaller. They're able to get that whole piece of wrapping around the sun a little bit faster. Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, these planets are further away. Their orbits are bigger. They take anywhere from 2+ years to change zodiac signs. And when all 4 of them change signs in 1 year, it's like we got bitch slapped on Earth and we're trying to be like, where the fuck did that come from? To say the theme of getting our shit together and expanding us in ways where we are being pushed to show ourselves and be seen is a collective theme that these planets have been put into their new zodiac signs this year. I'm feeling it, trust me. It's taking away the illusion. It's taking away the feeling of that we've got something supporting us. It's really making every single human realize I got to look out for myself. Not in a negative way of I got to push through and shove and knock down everyone else, but what's underneath my skin? Is my soul actually feeling alive and working towards things that I actually give a fuck about? That's a big theme. That's what I realize I have noticed with all of my clients in the astrology reflects this. That's what's going on right now. We just went through Taurus and Gemini season. We have now officially entered Cancer season, Cancer and Leo season. If I could really sing, I might try to hit a high note, but these 2 seasons, regardless if you live in the northern or southern hemisphere, there is something magical about this time of year. With it being summer in the northern hemisphere, at least Canadians, for Canadians, listen to this. We're coming out of our cocoons. We feel FOMO. We don't know what party invite to accept, but we just know that we got to go get our tan on before the sun starts setting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All we want is to find our joy. All we want is to find security, live with passion and excitement, and to show off. Summer's just the best, and I am here for it. Cancer and Leo season happen to be 2 very prevalent energies for myself, and I deeply get excited about the summer now. All I want to do is have Fridays off and embrace the joy of what my clients are up to, what they're traveling about, just what makes them tick. I come alive even more in sessions with them in the summer. There's something different about it for me too. Cancer is the sign of the mother. It is the sign of home, security. This time of year, it's 6 months into the year. We have a lot of reflection on what we've done, what we want to accomplish next, what I am really going to try to embrace, and what I'd love for listeners to think about here is how can I embrace how great is my moment of this summer right now? One thing I'm just super thankful for right now is the fact that today I am healthy and recording this podcast. Because Wednesday of last week, I was not healthy. I'm really excited about that. Apparently my voice needed to clear about it to get rid of that shit. Leo season. Leo is connected to the heart. Leo is the inner child. Leo is creativity in motion. Leo is the sun. Leo is my actual sun sign. I am a Leo. I am born in August before we hit Virgo. There is something so electric. And when you're an actual Leo, We don't sit on our high horse about this or our throne and think we're the fairest of them all. A lot of Leos have a lot of self-confidence. I'm going to be so particular about my wording. We have a lot of self-confidence ups and downs. We are one of the most confident signs, but we also feel the depth of our fears in our confidence and our courage. All we need is a little bit of a pat on the back, though, and a slap on the ass and say, hey, you got this. You're fucking fearless. These are the vibes of what we're stepping into right now with Cancer season, what's to come. However, astrologically, we are about to shift some massive planets again. Leo is the sign as to which Jupiter is entering at the end of this month, the end of June. We are then going to have our South and North node shift. In the beginning of Leo season, the North and South node in astrology is where we are headed, our destiny, and where we have come from. This is shifting into the signs of Leo and Aquarius. With all this outer planet stuff I just talked about, with us feeling like we have to get our shit together, our destinies feeling like they're moving into new chapters of our lives, and expansion really pushing us to create and to show the world who we are. It feels like it's do or die. The astrology kind of feels like you better get with the program, honey, or you're going to get left behind. If you're listening to this and feeling like, oh my God, I'm seeing different aspects of this in my life that I got to pick myself up by the socks, even if I'm fucking frustrated and tired, I got to keep going. This is how I feel to empathize with you. First, we've got this moment, this 6-month moment of the year, Cancer season, that's happening right now. And it's a good audit where you give yourself what makes me feel safe, what makes my body feel good moment. All I keep telling myself every single day that I need to care about is what is giving me energy, who is giving me energy, what places are giving me energy. That's it. I don't need to understand what I should or should not be posting on Instagram in order to think that going viral is going to expand my business in the way that I think I want it to. That's a whole rabbit hole of a conversation that I have with myself every single day. Cancer season has got me honing in, zeroing in on what needs to happen day to day. Today, we were feeling conversational enough to record a solo episode and round out season 6. All that I care about right now is for anyone listening to also do the self-audit and to not go down on yourself if you got sick like I did for too many times, what it feels like, or to go down on yourself for whatever you feel like you're lacking in your life. But to just look at, this is the thing that I need to do today. That is what I am focusing in on with my own mediumship skills, with my own, how I'm reading and being in the moment energetically for my client, regardless of the service that I am giving them. As that's always the information that we need to know in the moment. I have been ever more feeling distracted in the past 2 months with how many things have happened in my life that I lost sight of what is making me happy. What does little Fran need in order to get through the day? If I can make one decision to help her know that she is looked after and safe, that's all I have to do. The astrology right now of Cancer season, I give you the permission to check in on yourself hourly. Any decision that you make for yourself is a fearless decision. I'm giving you a little overall astrology update without getting too nerdy. And because I barely mentioned the zodiac signs of which all these planets are moving into, none of that matters. The collective theme is what matters. Now we're going to move into the human design moments of kind of how I'm looking at Cancer season for our 5 human design energy types. Generators, go have fun. It's all about the joy. And I swear every single week and time I come back to myself, all I'm thinking about is if I'm not feeling the joy and the peace and the satisfaction with a client, with a workout, I shift. I make a change. I do something that feels a little more literally joyful. Or just that I don't feel like I'm beating my head against a wall. If I'm by myself, I will purposely try to put myself with others that bring me joy, because then I come back to my essence. At the end of the day, the science of human design is following our deep soul energetic operating system that is looking for its self, its satisfaction piece, the way that that energy type feels the most them. Generators, all we're looking for is satisfaction and joy. That's it. For projectors, I would say since the summer is a place where we are potentially in front of others, giving our opinions because we're just in groups all the time, whether we're at the park or we're at a game or whatever we're doing. Really ask yourself if what you are saying is something that actually needs to be heard, or if you are just trying to hear yourself. The power of speech has turned into something in this day and age right now that is so more powerful than ever, as words are real entities. I fully believe that, especially with my energy and mediumship work these days. Energy is so real, even if we can't feel it or taste it. Our words, we can feel them. We can't taste them, but we can feel them. Projectors, if you feel that you are not in a place where after you've said something that your energy goes down, maybe you didn't need to give that opinion. I'm the first person to say that, as even though I'm a generator and I do not operate like a projector, I can see it in projectors' overall energy that if they've overgiven and they don't realize to whatever capacity, they get depleted much faster. All we want is to know your genius of the thing that you're most excited about. We are going to let you know when we need to know it, especially when we're in larger group settings. Manifestors, please keep speaking up always in the group, no matter what new fun summer fitness thing you do or whatever new group you find yourself in. Keep speaking up. When I talk to manifestors that I know legitimately are manifestors, they've told me about a new experience, regardless of where they've been or who they're talking to. And they really say that, I was present in talking to this person. I have this little inner joy, excitement for them. All manifestors, all their energy wants is to feel heard and to speak up, but yet they're scared to. This is ultimately the challenge of their energetic type. Regardless of if you are male, female, or choose to identify in your own way. I get so giddy for them. They don't even realize sometimes. It's so lovely. Manifesting generators in the summer, do more than you think you can handle. I know that sounds counterintuitive to potentially what I spoke about earlier in this podcast about making one decision at a time for the little person inside to keep yourself energetically sound and safe. Manifesting generators don't need to listen to anybody. I start laughing and thinking about their energy, what they need to do, where they need to go. They're already 10 steps ahead. If you guys can also focus on your joy and moving through your life in the way that helps you feel the most satisfied and heard this summer, that's what you got to do. Reflectors, I've only put you last in this moment, partially because I'm saving the best for last. Reflectors, we need you more than any time ever when you show up in our lives for the other 4 types, because we always need one to remind us how special our own energy is. You morph, you ebb, you flow with your life. And if you're feeling stuck as a reflector and feeling like you don't know what to do with your summer as a reflector, know that you are allowed to be in all of the different environments. And if nothing is feeling safe, go home. Go be in the environment that makes you feel the most safe and the most you. And that is going to lead you to the most and best surprise that you've been waiting for. We've spoken on some astrology of the summer with the vibe right now. We've spoken about some vibes as how to operate as your energetic human design type. I kind of let you know what happened in my life in May and June, but a lot of it is very deep and personal to what is evolving in my work, my own romantic relationships, and I think also just the evolution of what I am focusing on for dance and my own physical health. It feels so personal. It was so internal. I went through the 12th house transit in my own personal astrology energy. And if we have any astrologers or people that understand their astrology listening, the 12th house transit in a year is usually one of the more toughest. What that means is when the sun is transiting your 12th house of your own personal birth chart, the 12th house is, we call it the unseen. It is your own internal world. There are other things that go along with the 12th house, but no wonder you didn't hear from me for a month and a half, is because I was dealing with myself and I didn't want to talk about it. Here we are on the other side and I'm like, what just happened? I don't understand and I don't know what to tell you because we're still processing. There was so much. I had lots of new clients come in. We're accepting more clients. I shifted dance practices because I was pushed into certain ways. And then I was actually really thankful for it, even though there was lots of grief. We're on the other side. I am definitely feeling more energized. We've been up since 5 and we're still going at 2:15 and we still have another client to go. The Energizer Bunny body is going. So this is fantastic. To wrap up season 6, the fact that I had so many beautiful conversations, I let you know about this beautiful new modality of mediumship and energetic healing that I am incorporating into my work and my life. I've got this feeling to say to you that is this next driver that's going to come out from work and my life. What I always say at the beginning and the end of this podcast is that you are fearless. I truly believe that every human is fearless. And I truly believe that I can now prove it through the current and ever-growing aspect of personal training and how I work with my own team and that I work in my own body to continually realize that I can lift some heavy shit and that people are way stronger than they give themselves credit for. It's incredible to watch, especially for whatever journey that someone is on, whether they've just started their fitness journey in the gym. Anybody listening today could probably, regardless of where you're at in your journey, could lift 100 pounds or pretty close to it. Minimal. 100 pounds sounds like a lot, but it's actually not. For those that are really on a path of understanding how to regulate their emotions, and how to let them flow, because learning how to regulate our emotions is actually also letting them flow, to have the big, the low, the somewhere in between, which then can sometimes lead them into a spiritual path, myself included. We are fearlessly having guides and energy support us in every direction, and we do not give it credit. The more that we realize that we are fearless, and I'm going to help prove to everyone, whoever comes to me from here on out, that they are fearless in their body, their mind, and their spirit. That's all we have to keep doing when we don't know what tomorrow holds. Realizing that we were given every gift, everything we ever needed to succeed in this life. My initial idea for this season was to bring on health practitioners of any kind and to learn about what they do and to expose them to my audience, to just help my humans and audience more. Season 7. Wow, that sounds cool. Season 7. We have no idea what that season's going to bring us yet. I have no fucking clue. But what you are going to get is some new ideas. You are going to get the next level of understanding what happens with Fran's life in the next 2 months. We're going to get some lifing and life happen, and I'll come back and update you. Side note, we're pretty sure, at least energetically, astrologically, and when I look at my own timeline of my mediumship intuition, that we're meeting our husband this summer. And I'm saying it to the world. I can't wait to come back in September, October and be like, guys, it happened. Can't wait. But that's it. I want you to remember that you are fearless. If you ever need a reminder, come to me because I can prove it to you. I want you to enjoy your summer. Think about what makes you excited and feel safe. And I promise your body and your reality will give you everything you've ever wanted.